a capital of the extreme, built at an altitude of over 2,500 meters. A destination that makes you tremble. Bogotá, 8 million inhabitants. Here, oxygen is scarce. And safety too. To the north, wealthy neighborhoods. To the south, the poor. Between the two, a territory dominated by violence. It's been 20 years since my last visit to Bogotá. At the time, Pablo Escobar was still alive. Escobar, the king of cocaine, the man with 5,000 murders. At first glance, the drugs are still there. But something has changed. There's a sense of calm, strange. And I'm about to find out why. On every corner, the police is watching. On motorbike, in cars, in uniform, or plainclothes. 20,000 men, 4 times more than in Paris. A simple soccer match like tonight mobilizes over 1,000 police officers. As if everything could explode, at any moment. As if Bogotá were a volcano, always on the verge of waking up. In Bogotá, the ashes are still burning. I'll patrol at night with the elite units and news reporters. I'll go into the red light districts to meet the prostitutes and the zombies, those drug-addicted homeless ghosts. I'll go back to the source of the drug in the mountains and see the farmers who make their living from marijuana and coca. I'll train to escape kidnapping, and I'll get shot, all for a good cause. I'll pay a visit to the morgue and to prison. I will investigate the worst crime of all, thousands of innocent people killed by the machinery of the state. Bogotá. Here doctors count corpses, and families look for their children gone missing. Bad weather in Bogotá. The man I'm meeting just happens to make waterproof coats. Very waterproof. His business is unique in the world, a Colombian specialty. The armored suit. And here's the Armani of the bulletproof vest. Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks, welcome.
Hi,
Hi.
you speak French.
Yes, welcome.
Miguel and Carolina Caballero. 60 workers, 5,000 pieces a year. Guide me?
Yeah.
Good. After you. Who are your customers?
We have police officers. We have army men, but we also have presidents. Almost all the presidents of South America wear our clothes.
Presidents have your clothes. Who, for example?
Uribe,
Uribe, former president.
the former president of Colombia.
Colombia.
We also have Calderon from Mexico. We have a lot more. We can't say all of them, but we have a lot.
Who wear your bulletproof clothes.
Exactly.
It's a well-kept secret. But there are whispers that President Chavez of Venezuela, and even Barack Obama himself, wear these in-house creations. That's the kind of jacket presidents wear?
Yes, some presidents. Now, this is the new product to be worn with any garment.
To wear with shirt and tie.
Correct.
And we can't see it.
You can't see it. It's 200% discreet. And now all the presidents are asking us for this one. But they also have other clothes of this type.
Okay, I'm gonna dress like a president. President Hondelatte. That's the size for François Hollande, I think. You should try with him. It would suit him very well. But I don't think he wants a bulletproof. Miguel Caballero has earned himself an international reputation. The king of bulletproof couture has only one vice. He offers his guests to shoot them.
We respect human rights here, so please choose your bullet.
This one? Okay, let's go.
Allez, on y va.
Here I am, face to face with my killer. I know some people who'd be delighted to see that.
I'm putting in the
La
bullet
balle.
and arming it. You put your arms behind your back.
Derrière.
I'll say one, and when I say one, you inhale the air, like this, really hard, and block. Your belly not too close to the jacket. 1, 2, 3, bang. And exhale.
Respire.
You only blow after the
Seulement
shot.
après le tir.
If you do it right, there won't be any
Il y aura pas de
worries.
souci.
Otherwise, you'll get a
Tu
bruise.
auras un bleu.
Watch out.
Attention.
Your ears. Your ears, your ears.
Je t'avais bien
I told you to hold your
tenir
breath.
respiration.
It really hurts.
Wait, I'll remove the
Tirer la
bullet.
balle.
Where is it?
The ball is right
La
here.
balle est juste là.
I have a bruise. Look.
Of course, you didn't hold your
Bloquer ta
breath.
respiration.
Your hand? Here's your
Voici ta
bullet.
balle.
And the t-shirt.
J'ai été tué par Miguel Caballero.
You're survivor number 603.
603.
And nobody ever died?
Well, no, otherwise I
Je ne
wouldn't.
serai pas là.
In Bogotá, bulletproof vests sell like hotcakes. And they're worn mostly at night. Police station of Ciudad Bolivar, 10 p.m. Built like a bunker. The night patrols are getting ready, in camouflage gear. The military police.
Treat citizens well when you'll do searches in public places. Comply with safety measures whenever you move around and inside buildings.
Et à l'intérieur des bâtiments.
Attention. Let's go.
The military police is heavily armed. Its role is to suppress crime. Other patrollers in yellow will work on dissuading. It's with them that I embark for my first night in Bogotá. In the van, 4 police officers under the command of Inspector Helmut Lancheros. They leave for the night with a priority mission. What's your job at night?
We're quite busy with weapons.
Sur les saisies d'armes.
We check people to disarm them,
Pour les désarmer,
whether they are carrying a weapon or dangerous objects. And Saturday night, of course, is always more complicated.
Bogotá has just banned firearms. Radical decision. Neighborhood of Ciudad Bolivar. Helmut and his men. Target night bars.
Come on, out please, get out.
sortez.
All the customers will be checked. And to track down forged papers, the police have a curious cell phone. Can you check identities with this cell phone? You enter the number. Is that it?
We enter it, and if the person has a history, it's directly on screen.
Even the criminal record?
Yes.
If he's been convicted or arrested?
Yes, if he has a judgment pending or a sentence to execute.
The customers are quite cooperative. What do you think of these checks?
This is very good. At least we feel safe. We like to have a little drink without risk.
Sans risque.
And you too?
Of course, he's my brother. Want a shot?
Okay. Thanks for the drink.
With
Avec
pleasure.
plaisir.
See you soon. Weapons. Many still remain in circulation. And the merest holdup can turn tragic. In these images, the grocer dodges the bullet, but the shooter's accomplice collapses. Then the man goes around the counter and shoots the grocer. Here, a passerby films a murder with his phone. Sometimes, contract killers operate in broad daylight. There are 1,600 murders a year in Bogotá, 4 times more than in Paris. Crimes that fuel the media, especially at night. On national radio, it's the same marathon every night. 5 hours of live and hemoglobin. On the mic, Julian Parra, the voice of the night.
You're on Nocturna RCN, our nightly show.
Julian keeps his listeners on their toes, with a smile and straight in his slippers. What's with the pants?
Those are pajamas.
Pajamas?
Yes, the uniform of the night is pajamas.
What, the uniform of the night?
Pajamas. You sleep well in them. Each night, I work from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. When I was offered the show, I said, okay, but with the night suit. They said, what's that? I said, well, pajamas.
And all the listeners know about this?
Yes, I even host the president like this. And ministers.
And me.
And Christophe too, yes. We are live with our country and the rest of the world. And today, I'm in the company of French television. Christophe, welcome.
Good evening.
Good trip? How are you?
Good. And you?
Is this your first time in Colombia?
The second time. The first time I came to Cali for the ferias.
Ah, the Cali Feria.
Yes.
Christophe, I'm going to interrupt you for a minute because everything is happening live. And we've just received some information from the airport.
Julian has thousands of informants, his listeners. They call the switchboard if they witness a crime or an accident. With such a network, the radio often arrives on the scene before the police.
We send you our love, Constance. Most are cab drivers. This program works with a wave of informants.
Waves?
Yes, like a tsunami. Nocturna is a tsunami. There's the yellow wave with the cabs, because cabs in Colombia are yellow. There's also the blue wave, with private security guards and watch guards. And the green wave with the police and army of our homeland. It's a family. Yes, in pajamas.
In the field, every night the radio station sends Alexei Castaño, crime reporter. At the wheel of the station's car, he rushes off at the slightest call from listeners. Cab drivers are often the first to call. There are over 50,000 in Bogotá, and they have eyes everywhere.
So you can interview the dad.
Is he the one who disappeared?
We're looking for him. I'll take you and you can interview the dad.
Okay, let's go.
Just then, a police car pulls up alongside us.
Good evening.
Good evening. Nice to meet you, Inspector Castillo, in charge of this area.
Nice to meet you, Alexei.
Are you going to broadcast live in this?
A bit dangerous, so they're going to accompany us to make sure nothing happens to us.
Heading for the neighborhood of the missing person. His parents live in a distant suburb west of Bogotá. This is their housing. Modest and highly protected, even if there's not much to steal. In Bogotá, crime can enter every home.
tres. 1, 2, 1, 2.
May I introduce you to the parents?
Nice to meet you, Alexei Castano.
Hello, William Ardila.
Nice to meet you, William. Here's what we're going to do. We'll be reporting the information live on RCN. We are listened to at night by cabs, Bogotá residents, and the whole country. So any person who might have seen your son can call us. That's why I need you to tell me exactly what happened. The description of his outfit, everything. I'll let you know as soon as we go live, okay?
Thanks a lot.
It's normal.
Radio in the street, and we're doing it on Nocturna RCN with our comrade Alexei Castano. Our voice, our journalist in the streets of the capital with our RCN Super Patrol. Alexei, good evening, where are you?
Good evening, Julian, and good evening to all our listeners of Nocturna RCN. I greet you from the locality of Fontevin. We are in this neighborhood with the family of a young student who disappeared last Thursday. I'm here with his father, William Ardila. William, tell us how your son disappeared. What can we say tonight?
For the moment, we don't know anything about our son's disappearance, just that he left the university at 7 p.m. and never came home. It happened in the Candelaria La Nueva, right in the center, in the Casalinda sector.
In the Casalinda district. Margarita Moreno, mother of the missing person. When was the last time you spoke to him? Did he mention anything unusual?
The last time I saw him was on Thursday morning, before he left, at around 6 a.m. He left for university, kissed me goodbye, and left. And I never saw him again.
Julian, that's all the information we can give you live in the field. I'll report live in another part of Bogotá.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to me. The TV crew has just arrived. Thank you very much. Take the photo so he can film it. I'll just keep the poster. Thank you. Thank you.
Merci à vous.
This story is good for us, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see. His college mates say they left him on the bus. So far, nothing unusual.
Here's the other star journalist of the night. His name is Fabian, but to everyone else, he's El Noctambulo, the night owl. A star of Bogotá's channel, City TV. And he's not the only one on this shift. 4 other TV crews are like him, on the prowl every night.
Bogotá never sleeps. The news we cover at night is very rich. We are in constant contact with people on the street. We gather information in the field. These are very human stories. You don't have to find it on the internet or by reading press releases. These are stories of Bogotá with a human face, as it were.
This man has a tip for our journalists.
An ice cream vendor on the corner of the university told me something. There's a gang that kidnaps young people, drugs them with scopolamine, and then forces them to sell drugs.
Was Daniel drugged? In any case, it's not hard to get hold of a dose of scopolamine. It's everywhere in Bogotá. You just need to pick its flowers and turn them into powder. The result is scopolamine, a substance that transforms victims into slaves. In Europe, we call it the date rape drug. El Noctambulo. What's this?
This
Yes.
It's a cell phone. Anyone can have one. The only difference is the password, and we have the one that allows us to be on the frequency of the police, ambulances, firefighters, all the neighborhoods. That's how we're kept informed.
That's forbidden in France. Tonight, the news hunt is rather good. First, there's this house, threatening to collapse on passers-by. Earlier in the day, a bus driver crashed into it. He had 2 grams of alcohol in his blood. A little further on, another crash, with another bus. 10 injured. And beware, one accident can hide another. What happened?
To avoid the first accident, the truck slammed into the car. You can only see this here.
Oh yes, only here. Finish his night. He finds it right in the city center, in the cutthroat district of Tolerancia. A good spot for crime news. Fabian has just spotted this young man. He's armed with a piece of wood, and looks menacing.
Look, there's a patrol on the right. Go. Go, follow him. Take that thing off. Come on, let's go. By all means, nobody get out of the car.
The case is not very clear, but for El Noctambulo, it's enough to open the next day's news show.
En la Bogotá Noctámbula.
To fight passers-by in the Santa Fe district.
At 1:10 a.m., we witnessed an incident from our car. These 3 men with pieces of wood and stones want to confront a group of transvestites in the center of Bogotá. A huge knife is clearly visible in the hand of one of the transvestites, with which he threatens the group of men. The transvestite was soon surrounded by a cab and a police patrol at the junction of 18th Street and 15th Avenue. Finally, at 1:25 a.m., the police decided to release the transvestite. The others will also leave, but no one will be arrested.
It was a quiet night for the Noctambulo. But in this megalopolis of 8 million inhabitants, there's always something going on. In Bogotá, crime is on everyone's mind. With 5 murders a day, everyone has been touched by it, near or far. So City Hall does what it can. In France, we organize car-free days. In Bogotá, it's a murder-free day that begins. For the official launch, there's no real crowd, but all the elected representatives are there.
Every year in Colombia, 15,000 people are killed. That's 41 people murdered every 24 hours. 41 deaths that could be prevented. In Colombia, unfortunately, we have become accustomed to living with death.
Odd challenge. Go 24 hours without murder. To kick off this marathon, the organizers have released 2 model prisoners who will be taken to the stage.
I think we're going to make it. Everything is possible. Look, we're 2 prisoners and we're going to sing, which proves that nothing is impossible.
"24 hours, murder-free." In some neighborhoods, this is an almost impossible challenge, particularly in the Ollas, the ghettos of Bogotá. There are over 450. Often, it's just a street corner, sometimes several blocks. Olla means cauldron. And there are drugs boiling in these cauldrons. In these ollas, we see ghosts. Men at the end of their tether. Drug dealers and users. We call them zombies. Javier Velasco is one of them. He's been prowling these streets since he was 20 years old. He is now 42.
You see, we're zombies.
Do you feel zombie?
We're like ghosts. Yes, I feel cut off from reality. I feel like I'm living in another world. I never thought I'd end up like this.
What do you use?
Bazooka, ecstasy, cocaine. But most of all, I'm addicted to bazooka.
Bazooka, a kind of crack. Carlos is a Peruvian immigrant. He is 28 years old.
I'm an addict. I use cocaine. For me, these ollas are hell on earth. You're risking your life there.
Do you go every day?
Every day.
To buy drugs?
I can buy drugs in a nearby olla. I mainly come to sell stuff or buy ammunition, nothing more.
Ammunition?
Yeah.
Do you have a gun?
Yeah, I have a gun, but I don't carry it during the day anymore. There's too much control now, too many laws.
In other words, the guns come out at night. 24 hours murder-free. It's still a long way off. Just a few streets away, another ghetto. But for the rich, cameras, barbed wire, guards. For those who can afford it, safety is priceless. Having a bodyguard is commonplace. And becoming one is an enviable career. Welcome to school security. We don't teach music here. And so much the better. Hello.
Bonjour.
Hello, Cesar Gutierrez.
I'm Christophe.
Welcome to School Security, the training school for the bodyguard diploma.
Cesar Gutierrez looks like a pirate, but he loves discipline. His school is one of the best in the world.
90th graduating class of bodyguards. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Director. Ethics, dignity, discipline.
Bunch of losers. It's ethics, discipline, and dignity. Come on, 5 push-ups.
This 90th graduating class includes 100 students. They are in their 20s, and if they didn't choose the police, it's not for lack of a diploma. Bodyguard is more risky, but it pays better. How much can they earn? Is it good money?
There are 2 types of salary. Those employed by the state and by the Ministry of the Interior. They can earn the equivalent of 400 euros. And those working in private security will earn between 1,200 and 1,600 euros a month.
1,600 euros. That's more than 8 times the average wage, and that's twice what a policeman earns. Cesar comes from the police. He was in intelligence during Escobar's time, and the bombings in the middle of the city.
I was an investigator in Colombia's worst period. Late 80s, early 90s, it was really hot.
What happened to your eye?
It's a work accident.
Work?
Yes. I lost my sight on the right during a mission.
During a mission?
That's how I lost an eye.
It's the job.
With what's to be seen, it's enough for me now.
Cesar is a benchmark in his field. He gives me a private lesson.
A bodyguard must never have his hand in his pocket.
It's okay, I'm not a bodyguard.
But I am. So, if I have to protect you, what do I have to do? Look, if I move out of the way and I position myself to be ready to draw my weapon, and imagine that I have my coffee in my hand.
How do we do it?
In that case, I'll have to throw my coffee away like that, to be able to draw.
We'll have to make some more coffee. These students will soon be joining the ranks of private security. Bogotá has over 7,000 bodyguards, one of the highest concentrations in the world.
I finished my military service and decided to go into this line of work. I've always enjoyed it. I guess you could say it's in my blood. I don't know if it's the adrenaline, but I enjoy being able to move around and take risks. And there's plenty of risk.
Our future customers risk being kidnapped or robbed. We're here to bring them peace and security.
I'll give you an exercise. You're going to play the personality to protect, okay?
Nothing more natural for me. As with elite troops, training sessions are as close to the real thing as possible. Usually they shoot with real bullets. With me, they will be blanks. I'm a VIP. Highly protected.
Please, sir, let's go.
My bodyguards don't know the scenario in advance. They don't know when Caesar will put them to the test. Well, let's have a beer. 2 beers, please.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm alive.
How are you?
I'm alive. Thank you all. Thank you very much. It's 5 p.m. The 24-hour murder-free operation is halfway through. Tonight I'll be going out on patrol again, but first I'm doing a bit of shopping. In these stores you can buy all kinds of gear, from police to thieves, uniforms, badges, and even handcuffs. This is the cap of the police captain. And here I have handcuffs. The handcuffs did cost me 30 euros. Only 10 hours to go before the 24-hour murder-free operation comes to an end. I'm in the car with Alexei, the radio reporter. Suddenly, a body. In the middle of the street. Payback? Is he dead?
No. Well, yes. Oh, no, wait, he seems to be alive. Hey, friend, get up. He fell asleep on the road. Go to the sidewalk. You risk getting run over. Go to the sidewalk.
10 minutes later, an alert on the police radio. A cab driver has just been murdered. The profession's reaction is immediate. Hundreds of cabs converge on the crime scene.
And here they are. Here are the cabs when they're angry. And here they're showing their indignation against insecurity. Here, at night, in the streets of Bogotá. We're arriving. Here's the crime scene. What happened?
Forensics are keeping us at bay. This is the 14th cab driver murdered this year.
It happens all too often. I no longer have any illusions about safety in this part of the capital. You have to fight for life every day, you know, Alexei. Alexei, how are you?
All right. Colonel, good evening.
Here's the cab union leader. He's coming to recognize the body. Anger is rising. Too many deaths, and the feeling of being alone.
Julian, I'm here live with Hugo. What happened?
Our comrade was stabbed. He was disabled. They stabbed him inside the cab. Then they took him out and shot him. He must have died suffering on the ground.
The 24-hour murder-free operation is a failure. The results for Bogotá: 3 murders. Press review. The next morning. I'm looking for news about the missing student. Not one line. So I get back in touch with his parents, William and Margarita. A witness thinks he saw their son in this neighborhood.
We got a call to say that our son had been here. Some people maybe saw him.
William and Margarita are on their own to search for their child. The police are totally absent.
Oh my God. God help you. Keep faith.
Thank you, madam.
Excuse me, hello. Maybe you've met this kid on your route?
No, madam.
Thank you. Hi, have you seen this kid around?
How old is he?
16 years old.
People called journalists to report his presence here.
You haven't seen him? If you want, you can stick your wanted notice at the entrance. They found a little girl like that. Just by putting a photo at the entrance, people saw it and they found the kid.
Oh, very good. He must have left college and been given scopolamine. It's a hallucinogenic drug. That's probably what happened to our kid.
Is their son still alive? William and Margarita imagine the worst. I'll see them again in a few days. In the meantime, I'm off to explore the Bronx. I've been hearing about it since I arrived, and I'm told it's the worst neighborhood in Bogotá. It's said to be impossible to film or even walk there. Getting there is easy. Drive past this army barracks, and here you are. Incredible contrast in just a few meters. Order and chaos. The Bronx. It's the court of miracles. We are quickly detected. A spotter has done his job. A few months ago, a policeman dressed as a tramp tried to infiltrate the Bronx. He was caught and killed. Regularly, every 6 months, the riot police attempt to clear the area. But every time, the Bronx rises from its ashes. There's too much money at stake. 1/2 ton of cocaine is sold here every month. And marijuana. And that famous bazuco. Mixture of cocaine and chemicals. A cocktail that eats away at the brain and drives you mad. In Bogotá, the drug business supports a lot of people and kills almost as many. He has his legend, Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine, bloodthirsty, and yet popular. With Escobar as its star, television is currently booming with viewers. Escobar, the drug lord. The telenovela attracts 2 out of 3 viewers every evening, a record. Truth be told, Escobar's story is astonishing. From street urchin to the world's 7th richest man, Escobar is the biggest drug trafficker in history.
In this life, every problem has its solution.
The series is well funded, and the reconstructions are faithful. 1989. The presidential favorite is assassinated by Escobar's men. Here's the real footage. And the same scene in the telenovela. And there, the murder of a journalist, director of Colombia's largest daily newspaper. Fiction and reality. The show has caused debate, complacent, for those who remember Escobar's 5,000 victims. But for many, Escobar is Robin Hood. Because Escobar redistributed a little. He built houses for the poor. His funeral will be that of a saint. My journey continues in this Colombia that can't seem to shake off its crime curse. I'm not done with surprises. I'll climb high up among the Indians of the Cauca Valley, where drugs grow. I'll go into prison for a visit with a terrorist. I'll visit the morgue with its frightening human puzzle. And I'll listen to the worst testimony of all, that of a mother whose child has been sacrificed. Escobar was a member of the Medellin cartel. Today, the Cali cartel calls the shots. I'm heading south. Today, I have an appointment in Pitcuy, Cali's most violent district. Its streets look quiet, but a murder is committed there. Every hour. Pitcuy inspired the script for a film unlike any other.
La historia que he documentado y que están viendo en este momento hace parte de un proyecto cinematográfico realizado con los jóvenes de alto riesgo del barrio Pitcuy. Como dice en el informe que les acabo de entregar, Pitcuy es uno de los barrios más peligrosos de la Comuna 6, debido al negocio de las drogas.
This one they killed.
He's dead?
Yeah.
Meet the director, Oscar Incapié. And here are his actors, all from the neighborhood, all criminal.
At first, I just wanted to make a film for the cinema, to entertain, and as the shooting went on, I realized that this film was becoming a social project, and that it could change people's behavior, even help them change their lives.
It's on these streets that Oscar did his casting. Dealer, spotter, killer. In Pitcuy, there are all profiles, and they dominate the screen. Here are the casting videos.
How How old are you?
35.
Your height?
5'8".
And what's your hobby? Singing or dancing?
Killing and drinking.
What can you do? Singing, dancing?
And banging chicks and smoking weed.
Do you have a specialty, singing or dancing?
My specialty is triggers. It's my thing.
Okay, let's go. Take your place, playing cards. You act as if you were playing.
During rehearsals, no need for props. The actors know the gestures by heart.
And now you're attacking him from behind. Go on.
John James grew up in a gang. Today, he's an actor.
Most of my friends are no longer here. They're dead.
How many did you lose?
Nearly 30 friends, not counting my own brother who was murdered.
Oh yeah, your brother?
My brother, yes. And some cousins too. And brothers-in-law.
Why?
For internal conflicts.
But which conflicts?
Armed conflict. A fight between different neighborhoods. When you don't have a job here, the only recourse is drug trafficking. And to control this traffic, young people fight each other, you see. That's how it is.
The incredible thing about making this film is that reality very quickly caught up with fiction. The screenplay tells the story of a colorful director who loses his lead actor during a shoot because he has just been murdered.
¡Coño, hermano! ¿Quién es este man? ¡Producción!
Mamacita, ¿dónde está Marlon?
¿Cómo así? Pero Marlon lo mataron.
Bien. A sus posiciones, en 5 voy grabando, ¿listo? ¡Pilas! Bien, pelado, bien, lo mismo. Bienvenido, mijo, bienvenido. ¿Pero qué me están mirando, papá? Nos va a chupar la bruja, pues. ¡Pilas!
The scenario was prophetic. Oscar, the real director, was faced with the same tragedy. His lead performer was murdered. Then the next, and then again. 4 in total. Here they are in the same scene. Take a good look. Here's the first performer. He will be killed a few days later. The second. The third. And the fourth, who will also perish under fire. This film was a tragedy, a real tragedy for you. 5 of your performers were killed.
Yeah, it's been a real tragedy. For me, but also for the whole team. It took us over 6 years to shoot. 6 years during which we have all forged working relationships, but also friendships.
So you had to look for an actor who resembled the previous one every time.
First there was a black kid, then a little Indian, and then one who was big and fat. Every time we changed actors, I wanted it to be obvious. There was no question of finding an actor who looked like the one before. It had to be obvious so that viewers would be challenged, so that these deaths would have meaning.
The neighborhood's youth have no other prospect. Gangs, drugs, save their skin.
The aim of every gang is to control a territory in order to sell drugs. It's as basic as that, and their aim is to protect their territory. They kill each other if an opposing gang tries to sell drugs on their premises. And they racket. They levy a kind of tax. If you don't pay, they shoot you, or they threaten those who shouldn't be on their territory. Here, everything is settled with a rifle or a gun.
Are there deaths every week?
Unfortunately, yes.
It's hard not to sell drugs when you live in the world's biggest drug-producing country. I'm going back to the source, to the kingdom of coca and marijuana. The Cauca, Indian territory. The area looks sensitive. The army is on alert.
Where are you going?
To Toribio.
And you are?
International press.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
A few kilometers after the checkpoint, a grocery store by the roadside, and prominently displayed a large bag of weed. Here we are. That's what's worth gold in the West, and what's worth 50 euros here. There's half a kilo, a pound, of grass. It smells. A lot. Make a few Westerners drink. Not me. Is that a day's work?
No, half an hour.
Good-natured atmosphere. Yet the narcos are not far away. It's impossible to travel in these mountains without a guide. Damien Fellis has been living in Colombia for 5 years. He's a photographer. Beware of appearances. In this bucolic landscape, violence is everywhere, and they don't just grow coffee.
Between the trees, you see fields of coca, like here.
Light green?
Very light green.
That's coca.
It's actually very visible. It's a very distinctive green.
Do all farms have them?
Almost, not all. But let's just say that many of them have a little square like this of so-called illicit culture. Marijuana or coca. Because the rest is priced so low on the market that they can't live on it.
So with coca, it helps make ends meet.
It's a nice top-up.
A mosaic of small producers. With its individual plots, the culture is well-rooted. Year in, year out, Colombia produces half the world's drugs. Here we clearly have weed, marijuana. It seems that seeds escaped from a field and fell there, irrigating the field. There are quite a few plants. Well, they're not very tall, but we're in the middle of a drought, and in general, this type of thing likes water, so there are no flowers. There's nothing to smoke for the moment. Quiet we're growing. The region lives on drugs, that's for sure, but they don't talk about it. Gustavo is a farmer. He agrees to open his door to us. What do you live on?
I live on coffee, bananas, manioc, whatever grows.
De ceux qui poussent, quoi.
And you grow cannabis too?
It's forbidden.
And coca?
Coca, yes, it's possible. For infusion.
That's not forbidden?
Not if it's to make remedies.
Oh, for remedies. I won't go any further with my questions. Gustavo prefers to show me the traditional use of coca. Is that it?
Yes, we pick them one by one. If you don't cut them like this, leaf by leaf, you risk tearing off the buds. And so it won't grow anymore. We'll go grill them.
I'll follow you. Hard to believe, but these few leaves are the source of the world's most violent traffic.
There, now they're ready. They're almost dry.
And we eat them like that?
Yes.
How do we eat them?
You have to chew.
It's not bad. Do I have to chew long?
No, not necessarily.
And I'll feel an effect?
Yes, as soon as you stop feeling your mouth. It makes your mouth numb.
Then you can spit them out.
Okay, I'll spit them out. We're in the territory of the Nasa Indians. And here's Toribio, the nearest small town. On the walls, thousands of impacts. Because, no luck for the Indians, Toribio is right on the front line, between the army and the FARC. The FARC. Remember, Ingrid Betancourt was their hostage for 6 years. The FARC are still dreaming of Marxism. They are the world's oldest guerrilla group, and it's drugs that fund them. In 10 years, Toribio has been attacked by the FARC more than 400 times, almost once a week. And every time, this military post is targeted. These images were filmed 2 years ago. The FARC are shooting from the hills. A soldier has just been hit. He is evacuated to a grocery store. The army responded by building this foolproof bunker. The FARC will attack it with dynamite. July 2011. A bus bomb explodes. The bunker was targeted, but only the surrounding houses are blown away. 3 dead, 70 injured. At the time, Damien the photographer covered the attack. Is this the biggest attack ever committed inside the village?
One of the biggest, and the one that has affected the civilian population the most. It upsets Indians to be caught in the crossfire in a conflict that doesn't concern them.
So they paid the price anyway?
They pay a very heavy price, with all sides attacking them. The army and police suspect them of being guerrilla auxiliaries, while the guerrillas suspect them of being police informers, or blame them for wanting to take them out of their territory. The paramilitaries, like them, are also trying to reclaim their land and territory. The paramilitaries, in the service of the big mining companies or the big landowners, are also murdering them. They are really the victims of all sides.
In 10 years, 6,000 Indians have been killed. Today, their leader is speaking up. Feliciano Valencia heads the Indigenous Regional Council. I hear you've had a lot on your mind lately.
Pas mal de soucis ces derniers temps.
With the army,
L'armée,
the guerrilla, paramilitaries, and that you find yourselves trapped in the middle of all this. How do you see things?
Comment est-ce que vous voyez les choses?
Up in the mountains, there are the coca fields. These crops are mainly controlled by the FARC. And it's up there, too, that the laboratories for processing cocaine are located. All this is just above our territory. We've been fighting to get them to leave, but they resist. They produce it up there and bring the drugs down through here. But the chemicals used to make coke also came from down there. So here's the question. To get here, you have to pass through military checkpoints. You've seen them, and in this area, there are even more checkpoints. At the top, you have the FARC, the army, and police. At the bottom, paramilitaries. But chemicals are going up and cocaine is going down. So why is everyone turning a blind eye to this traffic that everyone can see?
The day after the bus bombing, the Toribio Indians decide to harass the military. After all, they're the ones attracting the FARC to the town.
You're on territory that doesn't belong to you. You should feel ashamed. You should feel guilty.
I won't move. The state sent us here to protect you.
The land is ours. We're being trampled from all sides. What do you want us to do?
How much more blood will have to be shed before you leave?
Without a single weapon, the Indians pull off a feat. The soldiers flee. Symbolic victory. They'll be back a week later. Against the FARC, or against the army, the Indians are no match. Even if they have their own police force. The Indigenous Guard. It was these men who pushed the military out. Edgar is one of them. A non-violent policeman, with the tools of a scout.
We defend ourselves with this stick.
Just a stick?
A stick and walkie-talkies for greater efficiency. We're peacemakers, not warriors, and if there are any injured, we come to their aid, whatever side they're on. But our aim is to protect life.
And you're under threat?
Yes, I'm under threat. I've received death threats. From the guerrilla, militias, the army, or the police.
The police and the army too?
Yes.
The FARC are all around. They certainly even know that a French TV crew is in Toribio. Approaching them is out of the question. Guerrilla fighters. I will meet some. In Bogotá, at La Modelo prison. It's the worst in the capital. People tremble going in. Are you scared?
Yes, I'm sure they're gonna kill me inside.
Oh yeah?
They can easily kill me, you know.
New prisoners. Enter. On foot. They've been handcuffed to each other, like slaves. Inside, they are 11,000 for 3,000 places. According to humanitarian organizations, it's a jungle. To survive, one has to fight. Or have faith. I've asked to meet with a member of the FARC. Here is Johan Calderon, aka Rene. His code name in the guerrilla. Johan was convicted of terrorism. He is serving an 8-year sentence. Do you really belong to the FARC?
Yes, of course.
Then it's true.
Yes, to the Antonio Nariño front of the FARC.
Were you a FARC leader here at the university?
That's what they want you to think. The army told the media that I was a FARC leader.
But is it the truth?
No. That's why I call it a montage. It's all fake. They say I'm the one who recruited. They say I'm the one who financed the Bolivarian movements, the Bolivarian militias in the universities. They say I was a member of the underground Communist Party, that I was the right-hand man of an important FARC commander, and that I was a link with the front. But it's all fake.
Johan considers himself a political prisoner. But in Colombia, politics and crime are never far apart. To fund the armed struggle, the FARC are now involved in drug trafficking and kidnapping. More than 10,000 hostages have passed through their hands behind the revolutionary speech. A business of crime. Among all these hostages, some have moved the country. And some of these faces are still remembered. Sigifredo Lopez, for example. Former official. 7 years of captivity. He is released a few months after Ingrid Betancourt. And he's still wearing the boots he wore in the jungle. Reunion with his sons. A moment of jubilation throughout the country. But 2 years later, plot twist. Sigifredo Lopez is arrested and taken prisoner again. But this time from the Colombian justice system.
It was very hard. My family suffered a lot. First, I was held hostage for 7 years. 7 years held by the FARC. And then it was the law that imprisoned me. They dragged my name through the mud.
What was the former hostage accused of? Of having organized his own kidnapping. In short, of having belonged to the FARC. It was April 11th, 2002. That day, FARC fighters posed as soldiers and kidnapped 12 deputies. They filmed their operation, and among these deputies, Sigifredo Lopez. Here he is, with the mustache, visibly frightened. Lopez will be the only survivor. The other 11 officials will be executed. And here is the footage that accuses him 10 years later to be the brains behind the operation. Footage of the FARC briefing. The day before D-Day, the chief is preparing his troops. We don't see him, except for a moment. His nose enters the camera's visual field. For the police, it's clear, it's Congressman Lopez's nose. Morphology experts confirm that the profile of his nose coincides in both videos. Today, ex-Congressman Lopez is free and totally cleared, but he lives with bodyguards.
Colombian society is one of the most violent in the world. Here, people kill for any reason. For a word, for a difference, here we don't know tolerance. We've been through a lot of violent times, very violent indeed. And the pain we've accumulated throughout our history passes down from generation to generation. And the victims are just details. Our democracy forgets them.
Between the FARC and the government, it's always been a vicious war, with its dirty tricks. A war that also made thousands disappear. A Colombian plague. Kidnapped and killed by the guerrilla or drug traffickers? They left their families in doubt. Neither hostages, nor alive, nor dead.
And now the case of Vilfredo Perneo.
I hope one day to know the truth about my son. He disappeared on the way from home to school. 15 days later, someone answered on his phone and told me he'd been kidnapped and that I'd never see him again. It's been 8 years.
Stands to welcome families. 1,000 police officers. The government saw big for this special Missing Persons Day. But how to carry out so many investigations? There are over 60,000 missing persons in the country. Sometimes, the disappeared are found, but it's too late. A phone call, often from the other side of the country. A body matching the description. And it's the same gruesome scene. Workers exhume the corpse. The grief of a mother, of a brother, of a son. Forensic identification photographers. The end of a doubt. And mourning begins. This story, Luz Marina has lived it. For almost a year, she looked all over Bogotá for her son. Luz Marina raises her children on her own. Uneventful family, modest apartment. Hello, how are you?
Hello. Nice to meet you, Marina.
I'm Christophe. Until the end, Luz Marina hoped to find her son alive. Until that call from the morgue. The body of her son Leonardo had just been found, wearing a FARC uniform. Thousands of miles away.
When I arrived at the morgue, they showed me a photo of my son. He had been hit by 13 bullets, and of the 13, 2 went through his face, disfiguring him.
Leonardo was mentally handicapped, so Luz Marina has a hard time admitting what she's being told.
They said, "So you are the mother of the head of the narco-terrorist organization." I told them, "Sorry?" They said, "Yes, he died in combat gear, and we killed him because he's the leader of a narco-terrorist organization." I told them, "Listen, that's impossible. For a simple medical reason. My son is over 50% disabled. My son can't read, he can't write, he doesn't know the value of money. Do you think a person in this condition can lead a group as you describe?" I was told, "But madam, that's the army report." That's when I became convinced that it was the army that had murdered my son. And that's when I realized the extent of the lie.
Murdered. For the benefits of statistics. For every dead guerrilla fighter, military personnel receive a bonus, a medal, and extra vacation. To make money and top up their monthly income. The military would have murdered innocent people before putting them in a FARC uniform. They'll call these victims false positives. The scandal is enormous. How many were there? Each month, Luz Marina marches with other mothers dressed in white.
Which photo is he in?
He's the little one there, singing. He was 16.
This is my son.
They were between 16 and 32 years old, all from modest backgrounds. They probably thought their deaths would go unnoticed. That was without the determination of these women. It all began, where it all ends, at the Bogotá morgue. Here's one of the first to understand everything, to realize that an unthinkable crime was being committed on a massive scale. The Dr. Pedro Morales. During his autopsies, he would see guerrilleros with 2 left boots, or left-handers with their weapons in their right hands. Forensic pathologist in Bogotá, there's no shortage of work.
These are corpses, or at least skeletons. They could be victims.
Guerrilla fighters? FARC?
Some from the FARC, others paramilitary, and above all, the false positives. These have not yet been identified. They don't have names.
They don't have names.
For most of them, we're trying to reconstruct the skeletons. We build on what we found. Here you can see that it's well reconstituted. We have almost the entire body.
In each of these boxes are human remains, often incomplete skeletons. Dr. Morales is hoping to return them to their families one day.
We have thousands.
I see.
But it's all in progress.
It's the honor of a great country to do this.
Yes. And it's also out of respect for the victims and our fellow citizens. We want to believe that we can solve these cases. We never admit defeat. Even if we are told, why are you doing all this work? Why does it cost so much? Why so many people? It's true that we cost money. I'm going to stump you with a question. Who do you think is giving us the money? Well, it's paradoxical. The government pays us to continue our investigation. Even if it's precisely our investigations that are likely to come back to bite them. So we're very grateful to them. And the victims too.
Who in the state apparatus organized these crimes? Who covered them? 3,500 false positives have already been identified.
This all destroyed my life. Totally. It's as if I were a living dead. I'm missing a part of my life. Telling my son's story is hard, especially the conditions under which they murdered him. And I'm even sadder because I don't know how to get the other half of my son's corpse back. And I want to. So yes, I cry.
Every day?
Yes.
Every day?
Every day. Because going back to his room and seeing his empty bed, or sitting down without eating and seeing his empty chair. Yes, it's hard. It's hard every day.
Yes, I don't doubt it's hard.
Hard because when someone knocks on the door, or like he used to knock, I expect to see him come in. I expect him every day.
Luz Marina's daughter wrote the lyrics for this song. Mother and daughter each have their own way of seeking justice. As for Luz Marina, she's begun studying law. If justice is done, it will be thanks to this man. He drives around in an armored car. He's the victim's lawyer. Frank Castañeda. His sentences are heavy.
Their logic was to kidnap innocent people no one cared about, and that no one would have looked for. They chose the poorest people, the most isolated. They were kidnapped, taken away from their families, dressed in uniform, horribly murdered by the police, and later declared dead in action. And there we come face to face with a gruesome reality. The Colombian public forces, the army, the police, and intelligence services, but mainly the Colombian army, murdered civilians to be able to demonstrate that the government was winning the war.
So who was Minister of Defense at the time? Answer: Juan Manuel Santos, the current president of the Republic. I understand why you need bodyguards, and why you have an armored car like this.
The last threat I received was last summer, just a few months ago.
Killing innocent people. To make money. If it's come to this, it's because the system is eaten to the bone by corruption. A moral bankruptcy that's revolting young people. This morning, 20,000 students are marching through downtown Bogotá. Their chants target the police and the army. Facing them, the riot police has deployed. RoboCop against leftists. Very quickly, the protest degenerates.
You're dirty pigs. You're spilling your own blood. Dirty pigs.
It will undoubtedly take many, many years before Colombians regain confidence in their institutions. What I've seen in the last few days doesn't make me optimistic, and I think about Daniel again, the missing young man. His parents have been looking for him for 10 days now.
We have just learned of the death of this young man we were looking for on RCN. His body was found in a ditch in the capital.
Yes, according to the first information we've received, no signs of torture or violence were found. For now, Daniel Ardila's body has been taken to the morgue. This is where we'll establish the cause of the teenager's death.
This story ends in tragedy. Most of the time, we leave it at that. But his parents have decided otherwise and are demanding justice for their child. More than 10,000 families in Colombia live the same tragedy. All those who have lost a loved one.
It's a hard blow. The parents are in shock, and no one is there to support them. Not a policeman, not an elected official.
Without much help in your search?
The only people who helped us were our neighbors, ourselves and our families. But the law failed us. We gave them our information, but the cops did nothing to speed up the investigation.
Are you afraid you'll never know the truth?
Yes, we're afraid so. The authorities are giving us no hope. They don't seem to want to continue the investigation.
Okay, thank you. We remain at your disposal. For murder.
Prison pour meurtre.
The end of my stay is approaching. I'm beginning to like Bogotá, a city that's trying to turn a heavy page. Not easy with all this misery. Ever since I arrived, I'm struck by the number of prostitutes. 35,000 in the Colombian capital. Filming in a brothel is impossible. I stay in the car. And then I meet Maria. She agrees to speak, but a man is watching us. And she's afraid of being ratted out.
I'll smash your cell phone. You know I will. I'm turning 20. I've been doing this since I was 14. I left home when I was very young, and I don't know any other job. And I know how to do that. When I was little, I wanted to be a policewoman, but it wasn't possible.
And you'd like to stop?
Yes, I've often wanted to stop, but it's not easy to get out of this business, especially when you're on your own and have 2 children. I'd like to do something else, but it's not going to be easy.
The red light district is called Tolerancia. Tolerance. A gloomy and violent place. A treasure trove of news for a crime reporter like Alexei. And yet, even here, we make heartwarming encounters.
Marina, how are you?
Good. Hello?
This is Christophe.
Nice to meet you.
Marina lives here in Santa Fe. She looks after the children. She's a bit like a night nanny, with children from the neighborhood. She's a very famous woman here. Everyone adores her.
But whose children are they?
They're social workers' children.
Social workers?
Yes, prostitutes.
Sex workers.
Sex workers. Marina looks after the children while their mothers work on the street.
And how did that come about?
I've been looking after children for a while now. There's a girl, a friend. She's very well known in the neighborhood. She had a baby and asked me to look after it. I looked after it several times. And by word of mouth, she brought along other friends. And so on.
How many are there?
35.
35 children.
More or less. But I don't have them all on the same day. On this bed, I can fit 4. And very small ones.
Hi there.
They all stay here. All of them. Like this little kid.
He's the king here, right?
The king, yes.
Does he have a particular story?
The mother left him when he was 8 days old. She comes from time to time. She asks about him, and she leaves. And she says to me, tomorrow, I'm going to take him back. But he's been here for almost 3 years now. I don't think she'll ever take him back.
And do the girls pay you?
A few, yes.
Mommy, I'm your little darling.
Yes, you are my darling.
Those who can afford it pay you.
Yes, those who can. This little girl has been here for a while. I don't know where her mommy is. She's got a little brother in my other house. I've got other children there, and one of my employees takes care of them and sleeps there.
C'est une de mes employées qui s'en occupe et qui dort sur place.
This one grew up here. I took care of him.
She's still my mom to me. She's the one who took care of me. She's a unique and good heart. All these children will be grateful to her too. We all love her in the neighborhood.
You're a beacon of hope in a tough neighborhood.
Yes, it's a tricky neighborhood. It's a very, how to put it, a hot district. But not because of the climate. This one's a real sweetheart.
What will become of these street children? What kind of country will they build? I leave Colombia with a lot of faces on my mind. The face of Daniel, the young man who disappeared, and that of his parents, alone, in their pain. Luz Marina's beautiful face. The soldiers who killed her child to make a profit are in prison for a long time to come, and perhaps soon the Colombian state itself will be held to account. I won't soon forget these cutthroat neighborhoods and these zombies at the end of their rope. Javier and Carlos are still addicted to bazuco. I think back to Congressman Lopez, hostage for 7 years and accused of organizing his own kidnapping. He has just received an official apology. And then there are the Nasa Indians, in their mountains, victims among victims. Since my visit, they have once again been bombed by the FARC. 3 more dead. Before one day, perhaps, the land of cocaine finally finds peace